Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Yes, you're seeing that I'm wearing 24. No, it's not in honor of the movie 24. Oh, excuse me, the series 24. But just imagine in places like Egypt, what can happen in 24 hours. What a difference a day makes. Well, we all know there's a lot of uprising in Egypt, but besides that, there's a lot of news that continues, so we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. Obama warns against violence and urges Cairo to institute reforms.
The problem is that the violence is caused by people that don't agree with the government, and it's happening all over Europe in every country in which they don't have any money. The whole world is broke. Obama doesn't seem to understand it's broke. The only reason our economy is doing better is because the government, the businesses are dealing with one another. So if you're trading amongst yourself, the stocks are bound to go up. And who's the biggest owner on Wall Street at the moment?
Who?
The federal government.
Oh, that's true. And China denies reports of plans to create a massive city.
Well, that's...
So what?
I mean, they're basically, okay, China's got like 2 billion people in it. They have to continue to grow. And they're just gonna, okay, I mean, I've seen some of their plants that are massive city. Al Gore would be very proud because it basically puts people, you know, dozens of people in apartments. It's just, you know, huge sky risers, huge buildings in which people will spend their entire life.
This looks like something out of the science fiction.
Well, they don't have, while they have lots of room, they need to consolidate resources. The only way to consolidate resources are in giant cities.
And Republicans don't dare cut the budget because if they do, the public will turn against them.
I know, that's what the Obama people are telling everybody. Democrats that you know, that you're just going to have to raise taxes on those people that aren't fairly paying taxes to make up the... We can't cut. $40 billion is the maximum the Democrats are going to be able to cut. Yeah. And it's a $320 billion a year interest, and they only can cut $40 billion, which means in 10 years you're only going to cover 1 year of interest.
Ooh. Egyptians' antiquities destroyed in uprising.
Yep, that's a beaut, because that's how you know that it isn't a democracy movement, because those people respect their history. And the people that would destroy a museum and destroy the mummies in the museum are people like the Taliban who don't respect history whatsoever.
I mean, I think that it's just atrocious.
Taliban, they say, got their start with the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt.
Oh, really?
That's right.
I didn't know that.
And their Muslim Brotherhood is banned all over the Arab world, and they think they're in Tunisia, they're in Yemen, they're in Lebanon, they're in Jordan, they're in Syria, and they're in Egypt. So guess what's getting ready to happen? You're looking at the next world war is getting ready to happen in front of you.
What's the difference between the Muslim Brotherhood and Muslims?
The Muslim Brotherhood are the ones that want to return the country back to the days of the Dark Ages.
Oh.
Yep.
Vice President Biden, White House open to making cuts on spending.
Yeah, $40 billion a year. That's his idea of cuts on spending. They're firm to that $40 billion a year, folks. They're not budgeting.
Yeah, but how much are they increasing it?
What they're going to do is he's going to freeze spending at 2011 levels.
Yeah.
And that basically an increase, they said, of 160, 170% over what it was in 2008. Which basically, there is no savings of $40 billion a year, even because he's still spending. They said, well, he increased this year's budget by 6% over last year's budget, which means if he freezes it at 211, he's still spending more money than he did last year.
Inspector General Mortgage Modifications Program, a failure.
Well, and then Barack Obama says, well, everybody knew it was going to be a failure because none of the banks were going to give those homes to those people for nothing. Because somebody had to eat the cost of hundreds of billions of dollars, and it basically works this way. If they give this place to somebody else because they want it, that pisses you off. And that's how it's going to work. They were just going to give homes to people for nothing and have other people pay for them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that didn't go over well. And then,
no, it's like they tried doing something similar before. They didn't call it a loan modification, but basically they were giving them homes.
Well, but they found out the people that did have the jobs were able to make the payments, but were behind, had their credit destroyed when they tried the loan modification thing. Yeah, because the only way you could basically get a loan modification was if you couldn't pay your bills, and then they'd give you the house. So.
In Europe, a new generation of WikiLeaks sites emerge.
Well, I know. That's not going to go anywhere because those people aren't like we are in this country. If they find, okay, like the Russians blow your heads off, the British put you in jail cells, you never see them again, and that's how it works in any country but the United, even in Canada. If you tried that in Canada, you would be, you'd basically be talking to a lot of hungry polar bears.
Yeah, and over here we point our fingers at them and say, shame on you.
Yeah, and then applaud them for doing it.
Yeah, entitlements are off the cutting the budget list.
I know, isn't that a good one? That's the only thing that you can cut.
Our entitlements?
Entitlements. Well, they say, well, we can cut the military. Well, the problem is that now there's a problem because they have to, the military needs to be up to full strength because it looks like we're heading into a huge war.
Yeah, there's no military. In fact, they probably want to have more spent on military.
Oh yeah,
now.
and Obama basically is wanting to shut down all oil production in the United States, and
which is not going to happen.
The oil comes from the places where the war is getting ready to start, and those wells will never be used again. So we need to up our production. So there's not, you can't cut in certain areas. You got to cut entitlement. Well, what happens is, okay, I should be on. Okay, people, a lot of people my age would rather be out working than doing nothing. So if you basically say, well, you're going to have to retire at 70, most of them don't really care.
Mm-hmm. And Obama is willing to make a change to Obamacare.
Yeah, here's leapfrog Obama. He's leaping over the truth again. His idea of making changes is to add more people to the system and more expenses.
Oh, really?
He wants to shift the expenses around, so once again, it's off the books. But it's still there. I mean, he wants to, one person said he wants to take another $400 billion off the books.
And Asian American lawmakers demand a Limbaugh apology.
Well, okay. Now, if they were Republican Asian American lawmakers, I might think it was something serious. But since they're Democratic Party Asian American lawmakers, it's just, once again, it's a tax on people that they don't like. We don't believe in stifling freedom of speech. We just don't want you saying anything. Doesn't that sound somewhat like Obama to Mubarak? Obama, who basically doesn't believe in stifling freedom of speech, wants to stifle freedom of speech here, but tells other people not to do it. He's got to kill. He wants to kill switch. He's got an executive order to shut down the internet, folks, and telephone service.
And Palestinians to submit a UN draft condemning Israeli settlements this week.
Yeah, and the United States won't go along with it, but the United States probably won't vote on it either.
As unrest sweeps Egypt, president refuses to quit.
Well, they don't quit, they get killed. I mean, that's how that works in those countries. Okay, there are no such things as democratic revolutions in Muslim countries. Our Muslim countries are all ran by dictators, basically. That's how it works, folks. Their idea of democracy and everybody else's are two different things.
And Obama seeks new path to environmental goals.
Yeah, that's using executive orders and regulations to do it because you can't get Congress to do it.
Oh, is that what it means?
Yeah.
Egypt's trying to rein in the internet and cut off cell phone service.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That's Obama doing. Obama's condemning them for doing exactly what he has got an executive order to do. It's leapfrog Obama at work again.
And President Obama will be a one-term president because of health care and other big government programs.
Yeah, he can't stop spending. They said that all he's done, they said it was 127 times he said the word we must invest. And there is no money. And now you look like there's a big problem because there's not going to be any oil soon either.
I know, that would be a big problem.
Yeah.
Now this girl with girl cheating is okay, half of boyfriends say.
I know, because they don't figure that's bad. In fact, they all want to watch it happen. So.
What's the deal with that?
Because guys get turned on by naked girls. We've talked about that one before.
Campaign finance ruling. Should Supreme Court justices have rescued themselves?
Oh, yeah. No, because this is the people on the left. They want 3 of the justices to excuse themselves because family members are involved in organizations that contribute money to political campaigns. Well, doesn't that mean all the other justices who have family members that have union positions that are contributing member to Democratic campaigns should have excused themselves also? So it's an impossibility.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
When you continually say something, you have to understand that everybody in the world knows what you said now, and they're gonna come back and quote you and quote you and quote you and quote you.